Raiders, welcome to the channel. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. In today's video, guys, we're going to attempt to get a Rotos and maybe even a Sifi. We're gonna see if we're actually going to get lucky or we're not. The Halloween events are in full swing, or at least the Bastion, which actually looks pretty nice. I really love the way they designed the Bastion for the Halloween event. Now, one thing that I really want to mention, guys, keep in mind the 15x progressive chances are rubbish, okay? You gotta be extremely lucky to hit the champion on the 15x. On top of it, the chances to summon legendaries and stuff like this, they are as usual. They're not doubled, which is actually making it even harder. So if you're not closer to a Mercy or anything like that, I would strongly suggest you to don't really jump on this type of events unless you're a Kraken and you're really following a specific champion. Another thing, the fusion has been announced. Now, I know a lot of you guys are not a fan of the fusion, right? Because they're basically two nukers. I would strongly suggest you keep the resources for the fusion if you're planning to go for it. If you're not planning to go for the fusion, we're going to have the Christmas fusion. We're going to have most likely some type of a Titan event in December that maybe is going to give us a good champion or something interesting. So do keep that in mind as well. Another thing that I want to mention, with this announcement related to the Halloween event in Raid, they're actually mentioning that we will have a Halloween deck of Fate. Now, last year, guys, because you corrected me in the comments yesterday, we actually had Kaja and Timid the Fool as Halloween champions. Kaja the Rai was actually a guaranteed champion in the deck of Fate. Most likely, the Fusion's partner is going to be a guaranteed legendary in this deck of Fate. So if you are planning to go for the fusion, keep that in mind because you might need some extra resources to get that done. Unless they're planning to make it just by summoning soul stones or something like this, which was pretty rough when we had it last time, which was the most recent guaranteed champion. Another thing that I want to mention related to the fusion champions. Now, I know a lot of you guys lost the interest in the Hydra clan boss. A lot of you guys are pissed off. I will have a different video coming on Hydra. I know I've made quite a few of them, but I'm planning to make another one. I'm planning to basically make enough videos till Plarium actually is taking some measures to basically help out the people that got screwed with all of the changes. These two champions together, they might be very powerful in the Hydra clan boss, mainly because they will deal with the Head of Torment, so that's actually a massive thing. You don't have to worry about fear and stuff like this. They will bring you weaken and defense down to A1 AoE skills, which can be very nice with an ally attack champion. I'm not sure what sort of multipliers they have just yet, guys, but they might be very efficient even in the Hydra clan boss and not just kind of like PvP, because they are mainly PvP champions if you're looking at most of their skills, but they might turn up to be very good in the Hydra clan boss. So hopefully we're gonna get access to the test server and I'm gonna be able to kind of like test them out and see what they're able to do, basically, if they're powerful enough or not. Now, these offers at the moment, guys, they've been absolutely awful, especially energy offers and stuff like this. This is kind of like more of a announcement for the spenders. I'm not encouraging for the spenders. I'm not encouraging for the spenders. I don't want to encourage anyone to spend, right? But if people are spending, if you guys remember last year during Halloween, they actually had some fairly decent offers if we're kind of like comparing them with what we had recently, especially for energy. Now, I can't really find one for energy from last Halloween, but we do have these ghost offers that were popping off last year. And this is already much better value because usually for $100, you're getting 5 sacred shards at the current offers. And this adds 21 voids on top of it. This one as well was actually a pretty solid offer comparing it with what we're getting in general. So if you're a low spender and stuff, you might not want to just throw your money at trash offers at the moment. Wait for the Halloween and we might get something juicy out of it. My Mercy at the moment, guys, I am around 140 plus primals. I'm not exactly sure because I did not have the RSL helper opened all of the time. With the voids, I'm far off. With the ancients, far off. And with the sacreds, I'm only 6 in. So it's pretty hard to drop a legendary unless I'm extremely lucky. So I'm going to open a few primals. I don't have a lot of them. If you guys are curious on how you can actually track your Mercy, this is the RSL helper made by Farbstoff, a German content creator. And this is the most insane tool that you can use for Raid Shadow Legends. Nothing compares to this. You have auto clicker, farming campaign for you, auto selling for the gear, infinite multi-battle, stuff like this. So definitely check the tool out if you're playing on PC. Unfortunately, not available on a mobile, and Plarium has absolutely no issues with it. Farbstoff constantly works with Plarium on basically seeing what he can add to the tool and stuff like this. If you want to track your Mercy to help you kind of like know where you are with your shards and stuff like this, you need to keep this tool open all of the time. These are the shards that I have. Most Wanted, Sifi or Shuzan. Most Wanted, Rotos, or a couple of mythical champions that I would absolutely love to get. If we are going to hit red, who knows? So of course, Galatir is my most wanted. Absolutely insane support champion, guys. And the next one on the list will be Nice. Very, very powerful champion. Plarium actually teased a new mythical champion coming to the game for Halloween. I'm not sure exactly what's the faction. It does seem to look like a Sylvan Watcher. So this might be the very first faction with 3 mythical champions. Not sure if it's going to be good. Not sure if it's going to be bad. But hey, either way, leaving all that on the side, I do wish you guys luck. If any of you guys are summoning, remember, you might want to save your resources. Don't jump on and open during these events unless you think you're safe for fusions and other events that might come in the future. When you are free to play or low spender, guys, you really need to pick the events that you are basically participating in, because you're not going to be able to complete them all, you know. And sometimes you might need to skip fusions. I skipped the previous fusion because it was pretty trash, right? And I know a lot of you guys skipped the previous fusion. A lot of you guys might skip the next coming fusion that we have right now for Halloween. But either way, maybe the Christmas one is going to be better, hopefully. So let's do a 10 pop and bring that Sifi home. +2, baby, that will give me 10 speed. Will be absolutely massive. But of course, I need to be like stupid lucky to get a legendary from Voids right now, considering that my Mercy is nowhere near it, right? Like, you need to be at 200 plus. So there we go. Nothing from here. We're gonna open some primals. We're gonna start with 10 single pulls, and then we're gonna do a 10 pop and see which one will bring us better luck. A Rotos would be amazing as well. I would be able to make him to +2, which will give him the speed, some extra stats. Rotos is still a very powerful champion, guys, for PvP, and just in general, he's a freaking monster, man. Rotos and Sifi were added to the game, I think, during Valentine's around 4 years ago, maybe even 5, and they're still super powerful. Come on, game. Give me a Galatir or a Nice. Give me a Galatir or a Nice, baby. Siege Hulk is actually very strong for the Curse City. We got the man of the hour, Kale. The man of the hour. Come on, give us that mythical. Give us that miracle. Ironclad. Not working anymore, guys. He was pretty damn nasty for Hydra clan boss, right? Pretty damn nasty. Harris. Come on, Rotos and a mythical. Imagine getting both of them. Another Kale. Jesus. What is happening? He's not even my favorite starter. I started the game with Alhain. We got a Flashmonger in here. Okay, single pops don't seem to be very lucky for me today. Maybe a 10 pop. Maybe a 10 pop will make it happen, guys. A 10 pop will make it happen. Come on, game. Bring that Galatir home. Bring that Galatir home. I'm not sure when we're gonna have... Oh, we got... Who do we have? Samar Jamkers. Man, imagine if that was gonna be a Rotos right there. It would have been absolutely amazing. So, still no mythical champion, guys. We are on 20x for Rotos. Very unlikely to get him. As I mentioned, super hard to get a 15x champions unless you're extremely lucky. I don't know when the next 2x on primers will be. Most likely around Christmas time, or maybe even during Halloween. They tend to make only like three of them a year. At least that's kind of like the pattern that we had so far. And who knows? They might bring some other mythicals in the meantime. But my Mercy is just going higher and higher with the primal shards, and it's actually pretty painful seeing it as it is. Samar Jamkers, he actually got a buff once. I feel like even after the buff, he's not good enough, right? The best thing that he was able to do, and he's still able to do it, is to solo the Bommel, right? Uh, the Bommel was pretty hard when they released that boss. It was actually a struggle for the majority of the players. Were only a small handful of teams that were working good against that boss. And if you're running with a full team, you literally needed to have like stupid resistance, crazy stats on your team. Of course, that changed since, because we have quite a few different champions that can get the job, epic champions that can solo it, like Lady Annabelle, the best option in my opinion. But Samar just doesn't really bring much to the table out of that aspect. You know, you're doing the Bommel, and that's about it. He heals a bit, he gets some turn meter, attacks one enemy again. He's very annoying in the Curse City because he usually one-shots your champions, but when you are building this champion for damage, he does pretty much nothing. AoE attack, we really had high hopes that these will hit hard and stuff after the buff because they increase the damage, but he still sucks. So I do think that he would need a bit of a buff just to kind of like make him a bit better. The passive is nice though. Places block damage on the champion for 1 turn at the start of each round, and blocks incoming damage and places a block damage on the champion for 1 turn when they receive a hit that would drop their HP below 30%. And you have a HP aura for all battles. He definitely needs a bit of love from Plarium, guys, but we haven't got Rotos, we haven't got a Mythical, and yes, it seems like that content creator luck that you guys are keep talking about is just not there all the time, right? So, yeah, hopefully you guys have better luck if you are summoning for any of the 15x champions. As usual, much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.